Well, hello once again, farming friends. Welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your old buddy, Mr. Moose. Back on our test farm here, and today it's the tale of 3 seeders, or maybe just one. Anyways, we're going to take a look at a couple of mods that are out and point out some pros and cons and really why they're all the same thing. So let's jump in the store real quick. I'll show you what we're talking about today. Mods wise, we're going to go into sewing machines, and we're going to go through some of these here. So what started this whole thing off for me was a couple of days ago, a new John Deere seeder got put out, and it was put out as the DB40, and a lot of people assumed it was the Joe Lindenberg seeder. It's not. It's somebody else's, and but they sure played it up like it had been stolen from somebody. So here's the deal. A few weeks back, this guy came out, the Ken's 3800. And I downloaded it. I thought it was going to be a great mod. It was sort of disappointing. It was corn and sugar beets only, which is it should have been. And it was $100,000 to purchase it, $60 a day of maintenance. Shortly after that, this guy got released, which was the John Deere DB40. And I thought, oh, it's a John Deere. Everybody likes green and yellow. And took a look at it. And, yeah, it was corn and sugar beets only. And it was, it turned out to be corn, sugar beets, barley, wheat, and canola. And it was $129,660 a day. Well, and then a couple of days ago, this guy gets released. This one had its shortcomings. This guy gets released, and I think, oh, that really does look like, that other seeder and everybody's been talking about. And I'll download it and take a look at it. Well, red flag number one is when I see the Ken's, logo up here, and then I get to looking at it, and it's Ken's 3800 again. Wait a minute. And and it's the John Deere 1770 NT CCS. Blah, blah, blah. Fruit types on it, corn, wheat, barley, sugar beets. So, $100,060 a day, blah, blah, blah. So, decided I'd pull them all out, take a look at them today, and see what's what. So, we begin with the Ken's over here, which was the original version of this thing. And you see how it is with the large main beam, telescopic. And it's pretty nice. It really is a really nice mod. The little Ken's dude on all the plate seeders. It's really a nice, well done mod. Little fold up step here on the back. In the old blue, the folding up dolly on it. Pretty nice. Well, then we go to take the John Deere out. It's the exact same mod. I mean, you look at it. The seeders are the exact same. The reflectors over here on the end, yeah, they're just green now. So all they really did was colored that one, this one, and they took the little Ken's dude off of all of the seeders. They took him off of all of them, and they made it look like John Deere. Made the hoppers on it yellow, slapped some John Deere on it. I mean, you look, everything's the exact same. So there's no arguing that. It's the same seeder. And it's just renamed. All right, so that's that. And then we have this one over here, which is the newest one that came out a couple of days that everybody thought was Lindbergh's. And you start looking at it, and no, it's not. It's the Ken's, and the only, we didn't even try to hide it. The little dude's still on the plate seeder. Added another container on it. And the only, put some hoses on here. And it's a new and improved, great version of it. Or, so you would think if you read the review of it. Or it's a whole new model if you read the write-up by the particular author of this. But anyways, so as you can see, it's 3 seeders. They're all the same one. Only a little bit different about them. So where did these two fail, and why have I never used these two? I'm going to show you today. If we load up this guy, and just since I'm right here with the John Deere, we'll back up to it. Load it up. Raise it up. And we'll take it for a little spin out here on the farm. Oh, hello. Bang into a tree. Can't have that happening. So that's got to be a glitch, you know, because it was on the hill. Yeah. Can't really have that going on when you're trying to plant, right? I mean, yeah, that's not good. So, yeah, that was my disappointment in the John Deere 18-meter seeder. So, pull it over here and think, well, you know, surely that doesn't happen with the Kens. Because actually I downloaded that one first. And then I saw this one and thought, well, I'll download it. Maybe it won't slide around like that one does. So, got it. Take it for a spin. And pretty much, yeah, it does the same thing, as you can see. So both of those are a letdown. Because you really, I mean, they'll do it even when you put it out. If we stop and let it scope all the way out. And take it for a little spin here. Literally, we'll take it for a spin. Because it's going to do the exact same thing. Even fully extended. You know, you would think it would stabilize now that you got everything out there. But no, if I go for a little spin with it, it will eventually do the exact same thing to me. So we ride over here a little bit. And turn and do my thing. And as you can see, it's planting on ice. So you can't really have that in your seeder. You need to be in control of it. So that's the reason I don't use either one of those. And I've never taken them out of my mod spoiler. I'm kind of glad I didn't take them out because I would have had to track them back down or take a look at this thing. So this is really what we wanted to take a look at, is this guy here, and see if it was any better than the other two. So we'll go ahead and get it folded up. Now he did move the wheels all the way to the back of this thing. He got rid of the tow dolly. Instead of having a dolly on it, he's moved the wheels back here to the back, and they've got little shocks on it. So that's different than those. You see those are have a hydraulic dolly in the middle of it. So first thing he did do to this is he's added some mass to it, so that as we come into the field and we take a turn, it will actually stay stable. It does not spin around. So we can actually use it as a proper seeder, which is good. So we've folded all the way out. It telescopes in, or it pulls the tractor backwards, one of the two. It can do a little bit of both. And I'll go ahead and bring my GPS up because I do have GPS mod installed, ready to go for this. So we'll take it over here and we'll do a little planting with it, and we'll run through the fruits that are in this, and we'll see how it does. Now you put the hoses on it. Of course the hoses don't actually connect to anything, so they just spin around and run into the tires when you're going. So I guess at some point it does look a little aesthetic, but it's not really functional. So yeah, so get used to that. But as far as the seeder goes, works pretty good. It is pretty heavy, and it does require quite a large tractor to pull it. This one struggles, and this is the large JCB. So we do a little wheat, and I'm going to hold it back down, change the seed over to barley. We'll plant a little bit of barley now with it. We'll change it over to sugar beets now. Let it do that. Little particle out there. Change it over to, oh well, those don't plant. Oh, gotta go back to something that actually plants. How about some corn right there at the very end? So we'll get a little bit of corn on it. And we'll make our turn. As you can see, like I said, the tractor is just, this guy's struggling to tow this thing. So you are going to need a very large tractor for it. So we got a little corn planted. And I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Sorry about that. We are back to wheat. So there is no canola in it. So that's a little disappointing with it, because I do like to do canola every once in a while. And if I'm going to get a big old seeder, I would love for it to be able to do canola. But yeah, so it does the basics. We'll go ahead and shut that off, jump out, and just to prove that it actually does plant everything, we'll fast track through time to our next day cycle, and we can see that everything has actually grown up a little bit. And we have our sugar beets planted. We got some corn over there growing, and wheat there. And we got our barley over here growing. So yeah, it does actually do a pretty good job of seeding. It is pretty rigid, so and it does have collisions. So if you hit a spot that maybe is a little unlevel, it might skip a little bit on you. I did have a spot over here that, right here, that, well, it looked like it skipped it and didn't plant, but it actually did plant. So yeah, it looks pretty good. It does a pretty good job. So if you can get past the fact that, again, you know, I'm sort of a purist. I like to see the mod be proper. But if you can get past the fact that it's got the Ken's logo on the seeder itself, and it's a, you know, a John Deere with Ken's parts on it, you get past that it's not fully branded for John Deere. It does work. It will not do canola, but you will be able to do sugar beets in trade on that. But it'll give you a nice big seeder that you can do wheat, barley, and corn with for sure. And then if you want to do sugar beets, you could use that. So if you're looking for an 18-meter unit, you might want to check it out. I'll put the link for it in the description. But yeah, I just wanted to clear that up, because I know a lot of people were talking in the stream the other night about, oh, did you see Joe's seeders got released? No, it's not Joe's seeder. Trust me, it's not. So anyways, that's it. I just wanted to showcase that a little bit, explain the difference in the three of them, and where we're at with it. And yeah, because the author of it is like, some people are going to claim that this is their mod. It's not really theirs, it's my mod, and blah, 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 blah. So I just want to make sure that that's all cleared up. So anyways, have a good day. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye-bye.